Hey, before this video starts, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. At the time of recording this, it's on like 5,000 views, which is crazy, and the comments are very nice and supportive. So thank you very much. And also to get out the way, basically on the weekend, I had the other side of my nose pierced and then my eyebrow pierced. And I ended up taking out my eyebrow piercing, and now I have a black eye. So if I look weird in this video, that's why. I'm also not wearing makeup because I don't want to fuck with my black eye. I don't know if it'll make it worse if I wear eyeliner, so I just have mascara on. Not important, but thought I'd get out the way in case people are like, why is your eye purple? That's why. Basically, there's this trend on TikTok that I've only seen it within the last like 2 days, and I was like, okay, I need to yap about this. Because the trend is basically showing pictures of you from 2020 versus 2024, so like current day, and it's showing people like the evolution of this style, should I say. So like here's an example where it shows a picture of them now and then their reaction to themselves as the 2020 version, if that makes sense. I don't know whether I just made sense with that, but you get the trend. You've probably seen it maybe, because like some of these videos have like a million views, so I'm like, I feel like a lot of people have seen these. Yeah, like there's some of the videos I've saved that have 1.6 million views. This one specifically. I feel weird today, and then, ew, why the fuck are you so basic? And it's like, the difference. Like I wanted to put my opinion into this, like I always do. If you knew, yeah. I just wanted to speak about it because I feel like in 2020, obviously, the world went to shit. Everything was horrific. And I think generally one of the only good things to come out of 2020 was the fact that people were way more like comfortable to try like figure themselves out, whether that was style, sexuality, gender, like just a lot of the stuff that they liked, Like I think that's the only thing, the good thing that generally came out of like being in isolation in the pandemic, was a lot of people weren't like scared of like what other people would think, because the only people who would be able to see them was like whoever's in their house with them during like the year we were all inside, or like the internet. And like I think the internet during that time was genuinely like so good, purely because I feel like cringe culture died, which I feel like it's coming back a lot now. Like, I feel like the world is slowly getting back to normal. Well, a lot of places are kind of getting back to normal, like in regards to the pandemic, where it's like, COVID's still about, but people aren't taking it seriously anymore. I don't know. Where it's like, why are you giving me weird looks if I'm wearing a mask? Like, I don't know. I feel cringe culture was like so dead during them, where it was like anybody could just do anything and everybody was genuinely really supportive of it. Or like, I don't know. A lot of people got to experiment with style, which I really liked. And I feel like a lot of people look back now and they're like, oh, that was so cringe. Or, oh, that was such a bad period of time. But like, we were cringe, but we were free. Like, I feel like I didn't really, I rocked the pink strands in the front of the hair, but actually I did it 2019 pre-pandemic, so I was actually cool. But like, I was a mess. I didn't really change the way I looked in the pandemic the way a lot of people did, which I kind of wish I did. I wish I shaved my head. That would be so cool, because it would have grown back by now, so it'd be fine. The pandemic was like a great opportunity for a lot of people to figure themselves out. Like, I know a lot of people ended up like, I hate the whole thing of people like, oh, I had a gay phase in the pandemic. It's like, huh? Or like a trans phase. I'm like, that is crazy. I'm like, I didn't find them to be a trend. Like, I came out during that time to like my friends, like kind of my family. So if you're my family watching this, hey, but like, I wouldn't be like, that was my bi phase. Funny enough, I still am bisexual. I kind of wanted to just a little waffle, because like I think that's crazy that loads of people are now being like, that was so cringe. Like, I think that happens with everything, where you look back at yourself from like a year ago, 2 years ago even, and you're like, why was I doing that? I think people specifically do with the pandemic. And the only reason I wanted to bring it up, because I don't think it's too bad to look back your old self and be like, that's cringe. I think that's good if you can do, because it shows that you were evolving and progressing in things and changing things up and finding out what you like and what you don't like. And I think, that's cool. Like, I cringe at myself from like 6 months ago. Like, I cringe at myself from like a year ago, like 100%. I was me, but I was just a little different, and I'm becoming more me, and I'm becoming more me like as time goes on. And like, that's cool. But what bothers me is people who like dog so much on the 2020 thing, when a lot of their identity was being like alternative or like more queer, if that makes sense. Where it's like, a lot of people on the trend are generally just like, I look different, I like the way I look then, I like the way I look now. Or like, I was a bit cringe then. But there's a few posts I'm seeing that are bordering on like, hold on, there was one specifically that I saved. Two girls who were best friends, and they're like, our boyfriends are so cute in current day, and then past it like we like men, and it's like some of these are so like I don't know, you know what I mean? Where I'm like some of the comments, like some of these are bordering on a little bit of homophobia. Of like, but I'm glad there's a lot of people in the comments being like, you know, this wasn't a phase for me. Funny enough, I am gay. So, and I doubt this person means harmed by it. And also, wait, they've put in the caption, edit, please stop assuming my identity, thank you. So, I'm not going to be like, yo, straight now. But yeah, I think cringe culture is very much coming back, which I hate, because there are people who like dress more alternative then, and then now dress more like, I don't want to use the word normal, because like, what the fuck is normal? But like, you know what I mean? Where it's like they don't dress alternative anymore. There we go. I don't know. I think cringe culture is coming back where they're just like, oh, I used to dress so weird. I would dress so weird, and it was horrible, and I was so cringe. And this specific dress, do you know what I mean? Call yourself cringe anymore, but then it becomes weird when it's a bit like this specific style, and they're like, ew, I hate people who dress like this. And again, cringe culture is coming back in the way that alternative people, again, the thing again of like, ooh, emo, ooh, goth, like in public. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, you gotta be cringe to be doing that. Like, you dress alternative and you don't know, and you're just like, that wasn't me. That's not the way I like to dress anymore. That is cool. That is so cool. Because you found out what you liked and what you didn't like. And, you know, maybe it was a phase, and that's cool. As long as you know, then later on being like, I hate emos. I hate people who dress alternatively. Or, ew, why would anyone dress alternatively? I'm seeing a lot of that on this trend. And that's what's kind of bothering me more than anything. It's like, cool. You found the style that you like now. Doesn't mean you gotta put other people down who are still dressing in that way. Because emo people are cool, okay? I'm gonna look fucking emo in a couple of weeks. I'm dyeing my hair a different colour. I would have looked so emo with that piercing to it. Like, look, you can see the little holes in my face for now until they heal. I also see, and not specifically on this trend, but like with other trends relating to like the whole, you know, like how I looked in 2020 or like my 2020 phase and stuff like that. During the time, there was like the huge thing with Black Lives Matter protest, which, you know, was a great thing. And then I'm seeing a lot of people who were like, oh, my activist phase, or my BLM phase, or my ACAB phase, and it's like, huh? Like, you should still be supporting those things, it's, regardless of being 2020. Like, it's not 2020 anymore, but you should still 100% be supporting causes like that. Like, what do you mean your activist phase? You should still care about people in 2024. Like, huh? So a tweet. Oh my god, I don't know whether I saved it. Okay, found it. Yippee! Okay, this was the tweet that kind of pushed me to make this video because I thought it was a very funny tweet, and it was like real. Also, I'm pretty sure that like the person who originally posted that on TikTok, that isn't actually them. Like in the before, I mean, it's just weird to see like another trend that kind of like demonizes like alternative fashion and gay people, and like I don't know. And I know a lot of people don't mean harm, and a lot of the actual posts don't mean harm, you know, and they come across as like a silly little, this is how I look then, this is how I look now, and there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm not gonna be like, you can't have fun with the trend, you can't partake in a fun little trend. But it's just when you get the odd few weird people who were like making alternative fashion and gay people into like some quirky trend that only happened in 2020. That's weird. You know, I think we can all agree that's kind of weird. And it also sucks to see people who did dress alternatively then and then dress more, you know, quote unquote normal now, who were like, I wish I still dressed like that, I'm just scared of what people will say. I think that's sad. And I'm like, cringe culture needs to die again. Because how did it come back? Like, I remember there was such like a peaceful time on the internet. Well, not completely, because, you know, it's the fucking internet. But it was just like this one little like piece of time where everybody could do whatever they want and express themselves the way they want, and nobody really judged, at least too much. Like, compared to now, like, if you post anything on Instagram Reels, you're getting called a slur, your looks are getting picked on, like, everything. And TikTok isn't as bad as Instagram Reels, but I definitely think it's become more toxic in the last, like, year or so. Now the, like, cringe culture is coming back, and it's just, like, be cringe. Genuinely don't care what people think. People are gonna, like, currently in real life, in person, online, wherever, people are gonna judge you whatever you wear, whatever you look like. You may as well just dress the way you want, and, you know, in the style that you want, or like whatever, everything like that. do what you want. Who cares what the internet thinks? There's gonna be silly little mean comments, whatever you do. So you may as well genuinely do what you want. At least that's how I live anyway, where it's like, I'm gonna dress the way I want, I'm gonna say what I... Okay, say what you want within reason. Don't be a weirdo. The internet's gonna be mean regardless, so be happy with yourself at least. That's probably gonna be the end of this video. I just wanted to yap about that. Again, thank you so much for the support in the last video. We're now currently on the road to 300 subs, and in the last video we weren't even on 100, so that's crazy. But yeah, make sure to like, it helped me a lot, and make sure to sub, and also comment your opinions below. Do you think this trend is good? Like, is cringe culture coming back? Please let me know your opinions. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!